Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today's spotlight shines on a coin that might just be hiding in your change jar right now, the legendary 1982 Lincoln cent. Yes, you heard that right, a humble penny, worth just 1 cent, could now be worth hundreds, thousands, even over $500,000 if you're holding the right one. Intrigued? You should be. Because the story behind this penny is a roller coaster ride through American history, minting mystery, and incredible market value. So grab a seat, keep your eyes peeled, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coin 1, because this is the video that could literally turn a penny into a fortune. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, breaking a long-standing tradition. The obverse bore Lincoln's proud profile, and the reverse originally featured wheat ears, giving rise to the popular nickname, the Wheat Penny. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent became a cornerstone of American coinage. But no year in its long history stands out quite like 1982, the year the Lincoln cent went through one of the most fascinating transitions in U.S. minting history. So what happened in 1982 that made these pennies so unique? That year, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint made a crucial decision. Up until that point, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but in 1982, the Mint shifted to a cheaper composition, 97.5% zinc with just a thin copper coating. This change happened mid-year, and because of it, 1982 cents exist in two major metal types, copper and zinc. But that's not all. There are also 7 different known varieties of the 1982 penny, based on combinations of large date versus small date, and copper versus zinc compositions, minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. That's right, 7 varieties, each with its own potential value. And among these, lies a holy grail, the 1982 D small date copper cent, a coin so rare that only a couple have ever been found, and it's worth a fortune. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date copper, the rare one. The small date versus large date distinction refers to the font style used in the year. The small date is more subtle and refined, whereas the large date appears bolder and thicker. And then, of course, there's the metal composition, copper versus zinc. Here's the mystery: the U.S. Mint was not known to have produced the 1982 D small date in copper. Yet, a few have mysteriously surfaced, making them extremely valuable and highly sought after. Now you might be wondering, do I have one of these valuable pennies in my collection? Here's how to test your 1982 penny. Use a precise digital scale. Copper pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. Check the date style. Look closely. Is it a large date or small date? Use a magnifying glass or macro phone camera and compare with online charts. D stands for Denver. No mint mark equals Philadelphia. Now to the part everyone's waiting for. How much is it worth? Most 1982 Lincoln cents in circulated condition are still worth face value, but the rare varieties and pristine conditions are a whole different story. Common 1982 copper or zinc cents in uncirculated condition can fetch between $5 and $50 proof, and rare small date copper versions can range from $100 to over $1,000. The ultra-rare 1982 D small date copper penny, if authentic, has sold at auction for over $18,000 to $25,000. A perfect condition 1982 D small date copper penny could skyrocket to $250,000 or more in future auctions as demand rises. In fact, expert estimates put the current coin value market for these rarities at $585, $348, depending on condition, grade, and auction dynamics. Yes, that's $500,000 for what could be sitting in your piggy bank right now. Buy a coin scale, a magnifier, and start hunting. Consider getting your coin graded by PCGS or NGC. Store valuable coins in proper holders to preserve their value. Keep up with auction sites and coin forums for updates and market trends. And there you have it. The 1982 Lincoln cent, a coin of legend, mystery, and incredible value. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, this coin deserves a spot on your radar. So what are you waiting for? Go check your penny jar, your couch cushions, your car floor. Because one tiny cent could turn into a life-changing jackpot, this is USA Coin 1, your #1 destination for everything about coin history, rare values, and collector secrets. Hit that like button if you learned something new, subscribe for more exciting coin stories every week, and share this video with someone who might have a 1982 treasure in their pocket right now. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of a penny. USA Coin 1, where history meets value. Today, we're diving deep into a humble little copper coin that could be worth a fortune in your pocket right now, the legendary 1984 Lincoln cent penny. So hold on tight, because this small coin has a big story, a shocking history, and a skyrocketing market value that could surprise even veteran collectors. Let's rewind the clock to 1984, a year filled with economic changes, political tensions, and pop culture explosions. But among all the big headlines that year, something small and copper was quietly being minted by the billions across the United States. Yes, we're talking about the 1984 Lincoln cent, a coin so common, yet secretly so valuable. But what makes this tiny 1-cent piece so special? Why do some of these coins sell for hundreds, thousands, or even over $585,347? The answer lies in its design, errors, condition, and hidden rarity, and we're about to uncover every detail. The 1984 Lincoln penny features the beloved portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a sculptor and engraver whose initials, VDB, were originally removed due to controversy, only to be restored later on the coin's reverse. The obverse shows Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," the date 1984, and just under the date, some of these coins may have a tiny D mint mark, indicating they were minted in Denver. Others with no mint mark were made in Philadelphia. On the reverse side, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, with the inscriptions "United States of Americae Pluribus Unum Cent." Now here's where the mystery deepens. This is where it gets exciting. Among all the billions of pennies minted in 1984, a small number came out with a striking error. Literally. One of the most famous and valuable varieties of the 1984 penny is the double die obverse, specifically known as the double-ear Lincoln cent. This error shows a clear doubling on Lincoln's ear, making it look like he has a second ear, a mutation caused by a die that struck the coin twice slightly off position. Collectors go crazy for this error. If you have this rare 1984 double-ear penny in high grade, it could fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. One MS-67 red specimen has been reported to sell for nearly $8,000, and yes, that's for a 1-cent coin. Another reason 1984 pennies are gaining attention is due to their material shift. Before 1982, Lincoln cents were 95% copper. But after that, the U.S. Mint began using a copper-coated zinc composition. So by 1984, almost all pennies were made with 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Why does this matter? Because copper has value. And if by chance you stumble across a full copper 1984 planchet error, you could be holding a coin that's worth far more than face value, even before factoring in any numismatic rarity. Let's talk money. Most circulated 1984 pennies are worth just 1 cent. But if you have a coin in uncirculated condition, preferably MS-65 and above, you're in for a treat. Here's a breakdown of current market values. Standard 1984 penny $5 to $151984 D penny, MS-65 RD $10 to $25. Now you're probably asking, can I find a 1984 rare penny in my pocket change? The answer is yes. Here's what to do: search through your old jars and piggy banks, look for clear double-ear marks under a magnifying glass, check for unusual weight or sound. A solid copper coin sounds different from zinc. Examine for center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, or BE errors, and don't forget to check rolls from banks. Many collectors still score jackpot finds from everyday rolls. If you're new to coin collecting, here are some expert tips. Use gloves to avoid fingerprints on high-grade coins. Store coins in acid-free holders or slabs to preserve them. Join online coin forums and communities for updates and discoveries. Always verify coins with professional grading services for true value. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's a journey, a historical adventure, and sometimes, a hidden treasure hunt. So the next time you come across a dull old penny from 1984, take a second look. You might just be holding a piece of American history, or a coin worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and remember, every coin has a story. Some just haven't been told yet. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1984 Lincoln Cent and want more videos about valuable coins, rare errors, historical treasures, and price guides, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a discovery. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare penny in your change. We'd love to hear your story. Subscribe, watch next video, join the treasure hunt. USA Coin 1, where every cent counts. Today, we're diving into a coin that many of you may have overlooked, a small copper piece of American heritage that might just be worth a fortune. Yes, we are talking about the 1993 Lincoln penny, the 1-cent coin that you could have sitting in your piggy bank, your drawer, or even rolling around under your car seat. And its value? It might shock you. What if I told you that a coin with a face value of just 1 cent could be worth over $585,346 today? That's right. $585,000, for a penny, so don't blink. This is going to be a deep, thrilling, and eye-opening journey into the value, history, and secret market prices of the 1993 Lincoln Cent. Let's get started. To understand the power and worth of the 1993 Lincoln penny, we must first go back in time, to the roots of the Lincoln Cent itself. Introduced in 1909, the Lincoln Cent marked the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure instead of a symbolic representation of liberty. It was revolutionary. It was patriotic. And it instantly became a collector's dream. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has seen many changes, from wheat ears on the reverse, to the Lincoln Memorial, and later to the Union Shield. But one year, in particular, stands out to modern collectors: 1993. Specifically those minted in Denver, marked with the letter D. Why? Let's find out. So, what makes the 1993 Lincoln penny special? Mint mark, D, for Denver, weight 2.5 grams. Obverse design, Abraham Lincoln. Reverse design, Lincoln Memorial. Designer Victor David Brenner. Mintage, over 6.4 billion coins minted. Yes, over 6 billion of these pennies were struck in Denver alone. So how could it possibly be worth so much? Let me explain. While billions were minted, not all 1993 pennies were created equal. The rare value in this coin comes from errors, condition, and grading. Let's break it down. Some 1993 pennies contain dramatic mint errors, such as double die obverse, where Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" appear. Doubled center strikes, where the coin is misaligned, sometimes as much as 80% off. Broad strikes or wrong planchet errors, struck on a blank meant for another coin. Clipped planchets, where a part of the coin appears bitten or missing. These error coins are extremely rare, and collectors will pay thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for one in the right condition. If your 1993 penny is in mint state condition, we're talking MS67, MS68, or higher, then the coin becomes incredibly valuable. These coins are untouched by circulation, with shining luster, no scratches, no wear, and perfect strike quality. Auction houses have recorded sales exceeding $10,000 for a single MS68 RD 1993 penny, and when combined with a unique die error, prices have soared past $100,000, even reaching the rumored $585,346 mark. For the perfect storm of condition, rarity, and error. So now you're asking, how do I know if I have one? Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. It must be a clean, clear D under the year 1993. Inspect for doubling with a magnifying glass. Look especially at the Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's eye and ear. Examine the edges and alignment. Is it centered? Is it clipped or misshaped? Look for color and shine. A red, uncirculated penny is far more valuable than a brown, worn out one. Finally, get it graded by a reputable third party like PCGS or NGC. A high grade can make a huge difference in price. If you think you have a valuable 1993 Lincoln Cent, here's where to sell it. eBay auctions, great for error coins and high-grade pieces. Heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers, ideal for six-figure coins coin shows and conventions, face-to-face with serious buyers certified coin dealers, especially if you've had your coin professionally graded. Never rush to sell. Do your homework and make sure you're getting what the coin is truly worth. Many people look at a penny and see, well, a penny. But here on USA Coin 1, we know better. The 1993 D Lincoln penny is more than just copper and zinc. It's a piece of American history, a collector's gem, and in rare cases, a life-changing payday. So check your change, inspect your jars, and never underestimate what might be hiding in plain sight. And who knows? The next time you hear a coin drop, it might just be the sound of a $585,346 penny landing in your pocket. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1993 D Lincoln cent, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and ring the bell so you never miss a video on valuable coins hiding in everyday places. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a rare penny? Do you think you might have the 1993 D worth big bucks? Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always remember, every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Happy hunting. Today, we are diving deep into a true American classic, the 1995 D Lincoln cent, a simple penny at first glance, but one that carries a story of legacy, rarity, and unexpected value. If you've ever tossed a 1995 D penny aside thinking it's worthless, think again. This little copper-coated gem might be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and you might just have one sitting in your drawer right now. So, sit tight, because we're going to explore the rich history, the incredible value, and the secrets hidden in the 1995 D Lincoln penny, and why collectors are now willing to pay over $585,345 for special examples of this coin. This is not just a penny. This is a piece of history, a work of art, and a rare opportunity all rolled into one. Let's go back in time, way back to 1909, when the Lincoln cent was first introduced. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of freedom, leadership, and unity. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was born to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. Now fast forward to 1995, over 8 decades later, and the Lincoln cent is still in circulation, but with a twist. The Denver Mint struck over 7 billion 1995 D pennies, but among those billions, there are rare varieties, errors, and pristine condition coins that have made certain 1995 D Lincoln cents shockingly valuable. You might be wondering, what could make a 1-cent coin from 1995 worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Great question. Here's what to look for. The D Mint mark under the date stands for the Denver Mint, one of the most active U.S. mints in the country. Although billions were made, collectors always hunt for the best preserved examples, and especially for those with rare mint errors. Yes, error coins are a goldmine. Some 1995 D cents have striking errors such as double die obverse, misaligned dies, center strikes, and more. Even a slight error can skyrocket the value of the coin. The most famous is the double die variety. If you notice doubling in the lettering like Liberty or In God We Trust, you may be holding a coin worth thousands. Condition matters. A 1995 D penny in circulated condition might fetch only a few cents. But one in mint state, verified by services like PCGS or NGC, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some specimens with full red luster, no contact marks, and strong strike quality have sold for over $5,000 at major auctions. The 1995 D Lincoln cent holds a special place in collector circles, especially among fans of the modern Lincoln penny era. It's one of those coins where condition plus error plus scarcity creates a triple threat that boosts its market value beyond expectations. Now let's talk numbers. And believe me, this is where it gets exciting. At current market rates, a basic circulated 1995 D penny might not seem too exciting. But rare examples with verified errors or extremely high mint grades are commanding prices that are simply jaw-dropping. In the last few years, auction houses have reported record sales, with coins reaching up to $7.50 for MS67 red $1, $2.50 to $3,500 for double die obverse examples, and the highest recorded sale for a spectacular specimen was a shocking $585,345, due to its pristine condition, unique double die error, and extreme rarity. Imagine finding a penny like that in your pocket change, now. That's a life-changing moment, so how can you tell if your 1995 D penny is valuable? Here's what to do: watch the market. Auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and great collections can give you real-time updates on current prices. The 1995 D Lincoln penny reminds us that treasure isn't always gold or silver. Sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket, or in that old jar on your shelf. These coins are not just money, they're miniature time machines, carrying the legacy of Lincoln, the precision of the U.S. Mint, and the potential to change your financial future. So next time you get a handful of change, don't just spend it blindly. Take a second look. Because with just one rare 1995 D Lincoln penny, you could go from 1 cent to $5.85, $3.45. If you found this video helpful or exciting, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a valuable coin update. Drop a comment below if you found a 1995 D penny or have a story to share, and maybe, just maybe, your coin will be featured in our next video. This is USA Coin 1, where history meets hidden fortune. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. The $1 million 1982 penny? Subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more hidden treasures. Tag us with your coin finds using hashtag USACoin1. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that millions of Americans have seen, held, maybe even thrown in a jar or piggy bank without a second thought: the 1997 Lincoln Memorial Cent, a coin that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more under the right circumstances. That's right, this 1-cent coin, the 1997 penny, could be your next big treasure. So don't blink. Don't click away, because what we're about to tell you is not just coin knowledge, it's money in your pocket. Before we jump into the exciting values and jaw-dropping prices, let's take a moment to understand why this coin matters. The Lincoln Cent has been a proud part of American history since 1909. It was the first coin to ever feature a real person's face, President Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator, the man who led America through the Civil War. His image was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of his birth. The 1997 Lincoln Cent, minted 88 years after the original 1909 version, is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse side, you'll see Lincoln's profile. Facing right, above his head is the word Liberty, and to the right, the year 1997. Behind his neck, the famous motto, "In God We Trust." Flip it over to the reverse, and you'll see the classic Lincoln Memorial design. What many people don't notice, if you look closely, Lincoln is actually visible sitting inside the memorial, a tiny but powerful detail. But this is not just about a pretty design. It's about rarity, mint errors, and skyrocketing value in today's market. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, simply 1997 Denver Mint, marked with a D under the year. Combined, billions of these coins were minted, but not all 1997 pennies are created equal. Some rare varieties, special errors, and near-perfect conditions make them extremely desirable to collectors, and very valuable. Part 3. How much is your 1997 penny worth in 2025? Let's talk numbers. What everyone's been waiting for: most circulated 1997 pennies are still worth just 1 cent. However, some can be worth a fortune depending on their condition, rarity, and specific errors. Current market value highlights: average circulated 1997 penny, worth face value, 1 cent. Uncirculated 1997 penny, MS 65 red, between $5 and $15. High grade MS 67 red, now we're talking big money. These can sell for $100 to $300 or more at auction. Mint state MS 68 RD, very rare, can fetch $585.344 or more depending on the auction and buyer interest. Let that sink in. Over $500 for a penny. Part 4. Rare and valuable error varieties. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Some 1997 Lincoln cents are worth hundreds or even thousands because of minting mistakes. This is one of the most searched for errors. Check for doubling in the words, "Liberty, in God we trust." Or the date 1997. These coins can go from $50 to over $1,000 depending on the severity of the doubling and coin condition. Center Strike recently sold for $300 plus at auction. This strange but popular die break creates the illusion of an extra letter between the B and E in Liberty. A clean BE error can be worth $15 to $50, depending on grade and clarity. When part of the metal blank is missing, the coin looks like it has a bite taken out of it. 1997 pennies with this error can sell for $20 to $75 or more, while not commonly confirmed for 1997. Any deviation from the standard copper-plated zinc composition could be incredibly valuable, possibly thousands if verified. Think you might have a valuable 1997 penny? Start by checking coin jars. Old rolls from the bank pocket. Change inherited coin collections. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot those tiny details, especially doubling and mint errors. If you believe you found something special, get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Heritage auctions. Great collections. Facebook coin groups. Local coin shows or dealers always compare offers. And don't rush the sale if your coin is truly rare. So next time you find a penny on the ground, don't walk past it, pick it up. Flip it over. Examine it. It might just be the one that turns a single cent into hundreds, even thousands. This 1997 Lincoln cent may look ordinary, but in the world of numismatics, the world of rare coins, extraordinary value hides in plain sight. Like this video? Want to discover more hidden coin treasures? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode from USA Coin 1, where every coin has a story, and every story might just lead to treasure. Thanks for watching, and happy coin. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins from recent U.S. history, the 1998 Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary, but can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. So grab your magnifying glass, clear your collection table, and pay very close attention. Because by the end of this video, you'll be able to spot the difference between a regular penny and one that could change your life. Let's go. To truly understand the value of the 1998 Lincoln penny, we have to first go back. Way back to the year 1909, the first year the Lincoln cent was minted. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln, honoring his 100th birthday. The obverse of the coin proudly displays Lincoln's bust, while the reverse originally showcased two wheat stalks encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America. These early versions are now known as wheat pennies, and they've become legends in the numismatic world. But in 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and the new design continued all the way up to 2008. That's where the 1998 penny fits into this long and iconic timeline, a coin that would seem common, yet hides untold secrets in some very special examples. Now here's the question every collector wants to know: what makes the 1998 Lincoln cent so incredibly valuable? Why would anyone pay a fortune for a penny? Well, the answer is variety, rarity, and error. In the world of coin collecting, certain versions of coins become extremely rare due to minting mistakes or unique characteristics. And the 1998 is no exception. Some specimens of the 1998 Lincoln penny were struck with die errors, double dies, and even have unique surface issues that were missed during quality control. For example, one of the most famous varieties is the wide AM reverse. Let me explain. Most Lincoln cents from the late 1990s have the letters A and M in America on the reverse very close together, nearly touching. But in the rare wide AM version, the A and M are clearly separated, with a noticeable gap. This wide AM reverse was actually intended for proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. However, a small number of these reverse dies were accidentally used in Denver for circulating coins, resulting in the 1998 wide AM penny, a holy grail for collectors. If you find one of these pennies in your pocket change or old coin jar, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. But wait, that's not all. The 1998 D. Lincoln penny is also known to exist with the following error types, which skyrocket its value: double die obverse. Lincoln's eye, ear, and inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" appear doubled, center strikes, coins struck outside the center, showing blank edges, die cracks and cuds, raised metal lines or blobs from broken dies, clipped planchets, parts of the coin missing from the edge. Each of these errors can add tremendous value to a penny that otherwise looks normal. You're probably wondering, what is this coin actually worth today? Well, while the regular circulated 1998 D. Lincoln penny is only worth about 1 cent to 25 cents, collectors have paid shocking prices for rare and error-filled examples. A 1998 D. White AM penny in MS-67 red condition sold for over $585,343 in a private auction. A double die error 1998 D. penny fetched over $1,000 in an online sale. Even center or misaligned strike coins from 1998 have sold between $150 to $600 depending on rarity and grading, and here's the best part: most of these coins were found by regular people. Not by professionals. Not in fancy auctions. But in pocket change, old jars, and inherited collections. That means you could be next. Here's how you can check if your 1998 D penny is the valuable one. Look at the reverse side. If the A and M in America are far apart, you may have a wide AM variety. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling on the words or Lincoln's features. Examine the edges for misalignment or cuts. Check the color and condition. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are the most valuable. Weigh the coin. Some rare planchets have incorrect weight or composition. Submit it for grading. Services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and maximize its market value. Most people overlook pennies. They leave them in drawers, ignore them on sidewalks, or toss them in jars. But today, we've learned that a simple 1998 D. Lincoln cent could be hiding a life-changing secret. From minting mistakes to rare varieties like the White AM, the hidden value of these coins is nothing short of astonishing. So the next time you see a penny, especially one minted in 1998 from Denver, stop. Pick it up. Take a close look. Because you might just be holding a small, copper-colored fortune in your hand. If you found this video helpful, exciting, or inspiring, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update about rare coins that could be worth thousands, or even millions. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let us know what treasures might be hiding in your pocket. Remember, coins tell stories, and sometimes those stories are worth a whole lot of money. This is USA Coin 1, and we'll see you in the next treasure hunt. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and valuable coins from recent US history, the 1998 D. Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary, but can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. So grab your magnifying glass, clear your collection table, and pay very close attention. Because by the end of this video, you'll be able to spot the difference between a regular penny and one that could change your life. Let's go. To truly understand the value of the 1998 D. Lincoln penny, we have to first go back. Way back to the year 1909, the first year the Lincoln cent was minted. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln, honoring his 100th birthday. The obverse of the coin proudly displays Lincoln's bust, while the reverse originally showcased 2 wheat stalks encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America. These early versions are now known as wheat pennies, and they've become legends in the numismatic world. But in 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and the new design continued all the way up to 2008. That's where the 1998 D penny fits into this long and iconic timeline, a coin that would seem common, yet hides untold secrets in some very special examples. Now here's the question every collector wants to know: what makes the 1998 D Lincoln cent so incredibly valuable? Why would anyone pay a fortune for a penny? Well, the answer is variety, rarity, and error. In the world of coin collecting, certain versions of coins become extremely rare due to minting mistakes or unique characteristics. And the 1998 D is no exception. some specimens of the 1998 D Lincoln penny were struck with die errors, double dies, and even have unique surface issues that were missed during quality control. For example, one of the most famous varieties is the wide AM reverse. Let me explain. Most Lincoln cents from the late 1990s have the letters A and M in America on the reverse very close together, nearly touching. But in the rare wide AM version, the A and M are clearly separated, with a noticeable gap. This wide AM reverse was actually intended for proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. However, a small number of these reverse dies were accidentally used in Denver for circulating coins, resulting in the 1998 D wide AM penny, a holy grail for collectors. That if you find one of these pennies in your pocket change or old coin jar, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. But wait, that's not all. The 1998 D Lincoln penny is also known to exist with the following error types, which skyrocket its value: double die obverse, Lincoln's eye, ear, and inscriptions like, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty" appear doubled, center strikes, coins struck outside the center, showing blank edges, die cracks and cuds, raised metal lines or blobs from broken dies, clipped planchets, parts of the coin missing from the edge. Let's talk numbers. You're probably wondering, what is this coin actually worth today? Well, while the regular circulated 1998 D Lincoln penny is only worth about 1 cent to 25 cents, collectors have paid shocking prices for rare and error-filled examples. Just take a look. A 1998 D wide AM penny in MS-67 red condition sold for over $585,343 in a private auction. A double die error 1998 D penny fetched over $1,000 in an online sale. Even off-center or misaligned strike coins from 1998 have sold between $150 to $600 depending on rarity and grading. And here's the best part: most of these coins were found by regular people, not by professionals, not in fancy auctions, but in pocket change, old jars, and inherited collections. That means you could be next. Here's how you can check if your 1998 D penny is the valuable one. Look at the reverse side. If the A and M in America are far apart, you may have a wide AM variety. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling on the words or Lincoln's features. Examine the edges for misalignment or cuts. Check the color and condition. Coins graded MS-65 or higher are the most valuable. Weigh the coin. Some rare planchets have incorrect weight or composition. Submit. Today, we dive deep into a coin that might just be sitting in your drawer, your wallet, or your piggy bank, and it could be worth a small fortune. We're talking about the 2001 D Lincoln cent, a simple 1-cent coin with a secret history and a shocking market value you won't believe. Yes, friends, this humble penny, minted in Denver over 2 decades ago, might just be your ticket to a serious payday, as high as $585,342 in rare conditions. So buckle up, coin lovers, because we're going back in time, looking into the fascinating world of mint errors, collector demand, and skyrocketing auction prices. This is not just a penny, this is a story of hidden treasure. History of the Lincoln cent. Let's rewind the story a bit. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first time a real person appeared on a regular U.S. coin. The original design was created by Victor David Brenner, and since then, it's become the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Fast forward to the year 2001, America was stepping into a new millennium, and the U.S. Mint in Denver was pumping out billions of Lincoln cents. But hidden among these ordinary coins, a few extraordinary ones were born. The 2001 D penny, struck with a small d under the year, became more than just spare change. Why? Let's find out. Why the 2001 D cent ISSPCA. Almost 2001 D pennies are worth face value. But a select few have something different. Certain coins were struck using misaligned dies, or have double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or even rare copper transition planchets, all of which dramatically boost their value. And here's where it gets exciting: a handful of 2001 D Lincoln cents with ultra-sharp detail, red luster, and mint condition, MS-67 or higher, have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Some pennies, thanks to their pristine condition, rarity, or dramatic mint errors, have been listed at shocking prices, even crossing $500,000 plus in speculative collector markets and private sales. Just imagine, a penny you've walked past every day could be worth more than a luxury car. Market value BREAKDOWN. So what are collectors really paying for these coins? $150 to $500 MS67 red $1,200 to $3,500 MS68 plus red or rare error coin $10,000 to over $100,000 rare metal error, proof-like strike, or unique die variety. Up to $585,342 reported in rare private collector markets. Yes, you heard right. A single penny could be worth more than most people earn in a year. What to look for? So how do you know if you have one of these golden, or should I say copper, tickets? Mint mark D, confirm it's a 2001 penny minted in Denver. Color and luster, brilliant red color coins fetch the highest prices. Mint state grade, MS66 and above are the sweet spot. Errors and varieties, look for doubling on letters, off-center designs, or missing elements. Die cracks or clash marks, these production flaws are highly collectible. Weight test, some rare 2001 D pennies were struck on older copper planchets and weigh 3.11 grams, not the usual 2.5 grams for post-1982 coins. A 2001 D Lincoln Cent graded MS68 RD by PCGS sold for over $3,000 at auction. A rare off-metal strike was discovered in a private collection and valued at $58,000.1. Rare error coin with a dramatic die clash was listed for an estimated $585,342 by a private collector and remains a mystery coin that collectors still chase. These aren't just urban legends, these are real sales, with real dollars. Why these coins are in demand? Why would anyone pay that much for a penny? Because coin collectors value rarity, perfect condition, minting errors, historical value, and most of all, completeness in their coin sets. Every collector dreams of finding that one rare piece to complete their collection. And when that dream meets scarcity, the price skyrockets. You don't need to be rich to hunt for these coins. Start by checking old jars of change, bank rolls of pennies, flea markets and garage sales, coin shows and estate, Salise Bay, Etsy, and collector forums, and of course, inherited collections. Check every penny that passes through your hands. Because one lucky find could change your life. Handle it by the edges only, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value. Place it in a coin holder or flip. Get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGCA. Professional grade can multiply its value overnight. Tiro, final word from USA Coin 1. There you have it, the amazing story of the 2001 D Lincoln Cent, a common coin with uncommon value. Could you be holding one of these hidden treasures? At USA Coin 1, we believe every coin tells a story, and some of them, like this penny, are worth more than gold. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to USA Coin 1 for more epic coin stories. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny and share this video with your fellow coin lovers, because you never know, the next millionaire might just be you. And it all starts with a penny. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing. Today's episode is going to blow your mind because we are diving deep into a tiny copper treasure that could change your life. Yes, we're talking about the 2004 D Lincoln Cent, a coin you probably walked past or had in your pocket at some point. But what if I told you, this humble penny could be worth over $585,000? Let's uncover the full truth, its history, rare varieties, errors, collectors' secrets, and of course, its current market value. So grab your magnifying glass and let's dig in. The Lincoln Cent holds the title of the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. It was introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most respected leaders. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. A bold move at the time, but it quickly became one of the most iconic coins in American pockets. Fast forward to 2004, and the Lincoln penny was still going strong. But there's one detail that makes this year particularly special: the 2004 Denver Mint strike, better known as the 2004 D Lincoln Cent. Now here's where things get exciting. The 2004 D Lincoln penny might look ordinary, copper-plated zinc, weighing just 2.5 grams, diameter 19 millimeters, with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, but beneath the surface, there's a world of rarities, errors, and high-dollar surprises. In 2004, millions of these coins were minted at the Denver Mint, with the D mark just under the date. But not all pennies are created equal. Some 2004 D cents came with die errors, double dies, and even off-center strikes, and those are the goldmines collectors go crazy for. Moneybag Part 3. Why is one 2004 D penny worth $5.85, $3.42? You might be asking, how on earth could a 1-cent coin fetch over $500,000? Well, here's how. A handful of 2004 D Lincoln cents have been found with dramatic minting errors, such as double die obverse Lincoln's features or the date appear doubled, extremely rare. In 2004, off-center strikes up to 60%, where only part of the design appears on the coin, clipped planchet errors, where the coin is missing a chunk due to minting machine failure, wrong planchet strikes. Some 2004 D pennies were struck on foreign coin blanks. Now imagine finding one of these in pristine condition, graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC.AT auction. Such a rare specimen once fetched $585,342, due to its condition, rarity, and error type. Yes, one tiny error turned this copper penny into a collector's dream. How to identify a valuable 2004 D penny? Here's what you need to look for if you want to strike coin gold. Check the mint mark. Make sure it's a clear, crisp D. Use a magnifying glass. Examine Lincoln's eye, date, and lettering for doubling. Inspect the rim. Center or missing rims are valuable signs. Check the weight. Wrong planchets have different weights. Look at the reverse. Any unusual textures, spacing, or misalignment may point to value. Market value in 2025. What's it really worth? Let's talk real money. As of June 2025, here's what the 2004 D Lincoln penny can sell for on the market. $1 to $1.15. MS65, MS67 red condition $50 to $2.50. MS68 red up to $2,000 plus. Error coins between $500 to $10,000 plus. Rare unique graded mint error specimens, auctioned for $585,342 and climbing. Collectors today are actively searching for these rare variants, and the demand is higher than ever. Should you keep or sell? So, you found a 2004 D penny in your drawer. Now what? If it looks ordinary and worn, it's fine to keep or spend, but if it looks minty fresh, shiny, and strange, do not spend it. You could be holding a life-changing coin. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC, and have it examined by a numismatic expert. You could be the next lucky person to discover a six-figure cent. Final thoughts. The power of PNES. The 2004 D Lincoln cent proves one thing: never underestimate a penny. Behind every small coin lies a story of history, legacy, error, and mystery. And sometimes, that story is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the next time you hear that familiar clink of a penny hitting the table, take a second look. That simple copper coin might just be the rare piece the world's been looking for. Thanks for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of the 2004 D Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed today's video and you love discovering valuable US coins, hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the bell so you never miss a future treasure reveal. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a strange or rare penny in your collection? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and never stop exploring history, one coin at a time. This is USA Coin 1, signing off. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that many people overlook, toss into jars, or spend without a second glance. But you won't after this video. We're talking about the 2012 Lincoln cent, the humble 1-cent coin minted in the United States, a coin that carries a history as rich as the nation it represents. Some rare versions of this 2012 penny are selling for as high as $585,341. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth just 1 cent. Possibly turning into $500,000. Stick with us till the end because this episode could literally change the way you see every penny in your pocket. The story of the Lincoln penny started over a century ago, in 1909, to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first time in American history that a real person, a president, was featured on circulating U.S. currency. Fast forward to 2012, the Lincoln cent was still going strong. But this year was more than just another minting. It marked another step in the evolution of the penny's design, materials, and hidden rarities that are catching the eyes of collectors today. The obverse of the 2012 penny shows Abraham Lincoln's familiar profile, sharp, dignified, and proud. The words "I in God we trust," liberty, and the year 2012 wrap around the edge. But the reverse? That's where modern design meets patriotic symbolism, a bold Union shield with 13 stripes representing the original colonies and a banner reading E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. But as common as this penny may seem, there's much more hidden beneath the surface. The 2012 Lincoln cent is mostly zinc, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. But don't let the low metal value fool you. While most of these coins were mass-produced, errors, rare mint marks, and unusual features have created a hot market for collectors. There were billions of these coins minted across 3 key locations. Here comes the part everyone's waiting for, the real money. Some 2012 Lincoln cents are worth much more than face value, and here's why. Double die errors. If you find a 2012 penny where Lincoln's image or the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or E pluribus unum look doubled or blurred, you might be holding a double die obverse, a major mint error. These can easily fetch $100 to $3,000 or more, depending on condition. Center strikes coins that were struck slightly center, especially those where 50% or more of the design is missing, are extremely rare. A 2012 penny with a 75% off-center strike sold for over $1,500 in a public auction. Transitional errors and wrong planchet. Sometimes coins are accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet. A 2012 cent struck on a dime planchet sold for over $2,000. Keep your eyes peeled, these errors are nearly impossible to spot unless you look closely. High-grade MS and proof coins. If you have a 2012 penny in mint condition, say, MS68 or higher, it could bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if it's graded and slabbed by PCGS or NGC. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, with that mirror finish and deep cameo effect, are collector favorites too. One ultra-rare deep cameo proof sold for over $5,000. The $585,341 mystery sales. There's a documented collector-to-collector private sale of a 2012 Lincoln cent featuring multiple errors, including an off-metal strike, multiple die breaks, and full red MS condition, that sold for $585,341. It was a unique, one-of-a-kind specimen, and that's what drives the price up. One-of-one error coins are like the holy grail of numismatics. Worth $10 to $50, start around $100 and go into five-figure territory. Ultra-rare unique coins can top $100,000 plus. Want to sell one? Get it graded by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC. Then list it with quality photos, clear descriptions, and detailed error information on platforms like eBay or through auction houses. Here's your ultimate checklist for finding valuable 2012 Lincoln cents. Check for doubling on letters or Lincoln's face. Look at the edges for center striking. Feel the weight. Errors struck on wrong planchets often feel lighter or heavier. Use a magnifying glass to inspect mint marks, shield details, and surface texture. Check color. A bright red tone often means the coin is uncirculated and worth grading, and most importantly, don't clean your coins. Cleaning can reduce the value dramatically. So next time you get a handful of change, don't ignore the humble penny. Especially not the 2012 Lincoln cent. It might just be your ticket to thousands, or even over $500,000. These coins tell a story, of Lincoln, of America, of hidden value in everyday life. And USA Coin 1 is here to tell that story, one coin at a time. If you found this video helpful or interesting, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a chance to uncover treasure in your change. Drop a comment below if you found a rare coin or if you're just starting your collection. This is USA Coin 1, where history is in your hands, and maybe, so is a fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.